Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ketra McKittrick and I am a mixed media artist and journal maker. So today I want to go ahead and do the PM Artist Studio Facebook group Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists May Collage Prompt Challenge. And the prompts are metallic, violet, echo, luster, butterflies, pebbles, and shadow. I also wanted to try and include the Maker's Color Combo, which is another challenge or just something to do. You don't have to call it a challenge, but just something to inspire you by. You can do their color combos. They feature that once a month. And this month is lilac, yellow, and green. And again, this is hosted by the Facebook group of Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists. It's a fun group of people, all different kinds of artists, and it's really, something different to look at each day and get inspired by. And that is a PM Artist Studio Facebook group. I also encourage you guys to stop by to their YouTube channel, and they are live each Tuesday, Thursday at 3 p.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. So let's get started. So far I'm going to keep these over here in case you want to take a look at them. So what I've got, some of these, and you can add your own stuff too. You don't have to do all of the prompts. They do encourage you to try at least 4. But I did find these rub-on flowers. They are kind of old. They don't rub on off, or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to try and use some of those because I have an idea. I found some butterfly stickers. I have my violet. There's yellow. And I used a PM Artist Studio stamp. Let me see, where's the other part of it? Anyway, I'll link the description and I will link the stamp in the description below, and it's these kind of loose circles. It has yellow. My main focal point, I went ahead and cut her out. I don't know if you know her. She's Maggie Smith, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I first saw her on Downton Abbey. So I went ahead and cut her out and I created the shadow. And then the other part of the prompt is pebbles. So I found these pebbles, I guess they're rocks, pebbles. They look like pebbles to me. The other part is metallic. So there's the metallic, the luster is the light and the vibrance that comes off of it. And the other one is echo. So I'm thinking of echo does these like circular echoey vibes. So I was going to maybe incorporate that into the prompt somehow. But these are my collage pieces. And of course I just have a plain background. This is just a collage book I made out of a butcher block paper. It's kind of, nice big space to work on. So I thought I would get started with the color combo and just put some color down to break the canvas, so to speak. And I have my gel plate here, which already has some green on it. So I'm going to start off with that. I'm just going to use it as a palette actually and see if I get any cool pulls. So I'll start with the green. And I'm just using Arteza Craft acrylic paint number A606. I don't know what they call that color particularly, but I could look it up, I suppose. And I gotta find my brayer. I just had it too. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to brayer some color onto the canvas, I think. And then I can get some pull-offs and see if I need to or want to use them in the collage too. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal. Anyway, so I'm just going to get some color off break the canvas, so to speak. Just for fun. You could obviously do this with a paintbrush, but I don't know. I like doing the brayer these days. Okay, so now we have this left on our plate. I'm just going to get some tissue paper. I think what I'll do is I'll crinkle it, do a quick pull, and then we can do the other color and get all the colors on there for the color combo for a final pull. That's kind of cool. And then you can see the plate here too. Okay, so I think I want to, so we have yellow and lilac. What color do I do next? Okay, let's do yellow. It's probably gonna make it another, maybe a light, what am I trying to say? A bright green, maybe? We'll see. Just stick some of that yellow in here. So now we're getting into some kind of like a Kelly green or a chartreuse, which is kind of neat. Okay, there's that, and here's what the plate looks like. If you're curious, you can see that. I think I'm going to pull it again with this, just to see if I can get it to go on the same direction. Let that set for a few seconds, maybe. Let that dry, and then think about, this is where I was thinking of orienting. Don't really want it in the middle as much as I like to go in the middle. This is kind of how I was thinking things out earlier. So here's my violet, but she needs something to sit on to kind of anchor her. So I was gonna do this that kind of maybe looks like a bench. And I was either going to use this as the echo, like her vibration, her energy, her being, or just talking, echoes. Frequency and numbers, guys, isn't that the magic of the universe? And, or I could, I think this is kind of a cool print. Kind of like this part too. Maybe let's just audition it or interview it, as P says. We could do something like that too, or I could just use the stamp. Not sure. I kind of want to put some lavender down. So before I go there, my vision was to have the butterflies come up around her with the flowers. And then that's really all I had, I think. Is that all the prompts? Let's see. The metallic. Oh, I'll put some gold. I thought about, you know what I thought about doing is glazing this with gold. Even though it does have the luster there, which could include, you know, in your metallic prompt. So, or I could just, I'm not sure. So what I think before I even commit to gluing some of this down, it still looks like she's floating. I think that's what's the problem. To me, she still looks like she's floating, even though she's got something anchored here. If I put the butterflies, so maybe we could put something in this area and use the lilac color and maybe create some texture or something. Let's go ahead and pull this and see what we got. That's kind of pretty. Good for collage. And here's the plate. The plate still has the green on it. I think I'm gonna get my smaller plate and do the lavender on that. There's my small, and it's got some metallic on it still, so you know what I could do? And I've been wanting to try this too. I've seen it done. But let's get some texture on it first. I need a brayer off sheet. Just use this. And we can use to the other one. Aha. Here it is. So here's the set. We can create some texture. And maybe put it around here for an echo, but it doesn't always show up, so. And we'll do the middle. I think it might show up on the green a little bit. Okay. So I think I just want to turn my plate over. Let that set for a minute and see if we can get a cool print. And that's kind of left a nice little image there. So, what could we do? While that's drying, we'll just put some gold. And then maybe let that sit. Actually, I tell you what, I'm gonna let this dry. Come back with some metallic and pull that. And let's audition our focal points again to see if this makes any more sense. Because it doesn't have to make sense. You know, fun playing with your art supplies. And here we go. So all the images are connected. There's a slight little halo of that stamp there. And some gold plate. But we need something here, don't we? So we can either stamp or we could collage more stuff and build it up. Since we have this so far, I think is what I like. And let's think about how we want to build up these pages more. Okay, so I thought about it, and of course I love to use my gel plate, and I want to use it for texture or backgrounds. So I have some rice paper, because when you glue it down, it's a little more, I think this kind is going to be a little more transparent, whereas with wet string tissue, you're still going to see some white behind it, and I kind of wanted to see if I could do some more transparent stuff. So this is what I want to do, is just make some backgrounds that I can collage in the back. And then I did get some, it's the only thing I could find quick, coarse texture medium. I don't know, it's not the same as texture paste, but I'll try that and see, play around and see what I can do with it. So what I really would like to do is start with excuse me, a little bit of metallic gold. I would just kind of want to put a light glaze. I call it a glaze. I guess it would be transparent. On my plate first, with a little bit of white or cream. No, this is white. Because what I like to do is kind of get that, I don't know what you call it. I can just use this as my brayer off sheet too. Don't know why I didn't think about that before. Why not, huh? Kind of want to just keep a little bit of that on there. Not a lot. I want a thin coat. Knock some of that green back a little bit. Because what I like to do when it's a light glaze like this, can you see that really? So what I like to do is get my Sumi brush and my Sumi ink, and I got these little bowls at the dollar store for $1 glass small bowl to put my inks in, because they're kind of pricey online, like $12 or something for a bowl. So I'm just going to add a little bit of ink. Well, that was a lot. And do that asymmetric writing that lots of people like to do. So I just kind of, I don't know, scribble. Fancy. And then I let that dry. And then I pull it, and it really creates a really cool effect, because the ink will separate from the plate a little bit and leave some of those marks. Like you can see that right. Oops, sorry guys. See it right there, how it's coming off the plate. So when you pull it, those little spots will get pulled. So we have this plate still. And just for fun, since I have my Sumi ink out, I'm going to, I don't know. Let's see, which way do I want to do it? Maybe I want to do it this way and just do some little scribbles here. In and around the circles. See that? So now it's the ink's pulling away from, well, maybe you guys already know this if you're been gel plating a while, but I love this technique. And on the back you can still see there's some gold, and you've got the print of the stamps, and then a little bit of that fake cursive asymmetric writing, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it kind of, I know it's asymmetric or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But I like to think of it as like old world, or not old world, but antique writing or Asian writing or foreign language writing, something like that. I'm going to let this dry and we'll pull them and see what happens. So while I was letting the plates dry and I still had some ink left, I added some water. I thought I'd just play around with my rice paper. So it will, as you can tell, you know, go sometimes bleed. So, and this is so fun. Do you guys remember when you were little pretending to do cursive writing like your parents did? This is what this reminds me of. But then it does bleed a little bit in the back, but then you have some nice little painty papers while you wait. But, and I've seen lots of other people do the mark making. I saw P on one of her live streams, I think it was this week, where she just did some dashes. And she made a little pattern on her, but I think she did it with light and fluffy or something, I'm not exactly sure. So this is inspired by P with her little dash marks. So, I don't know, just an idea. I'm sure you guys all do other stuff while you're waiting for your gel plates to dry. But I figured since I had this ink out, I would just share with you what I do sometimes. And then you can do your circles. I think you're supposed to do it like this with the Sumi brush. I'm not that great at circles, but it's good warm-up exercise too. Do some. Anyway, there you go. Okay, that one is dry, so I'm just gonna go in with some brown. I was gonna do a lighter color, but thought maybe I would just try the brown. Because I really kind of wanted the background to be filled in. And I realize this is rice paper, and you have to be quick with it. Hopefully I'm not gonna regret. I don't think I've ever pulled rice paper before. So here we go. Nope, still, well, huh, that is very cool. Look at that, guys. I like it. Okay, so we got brown. Now if we can do the color combo, maybe go in with, let's just do the metallic, see what happens, and we'll do another one. So if we can get this lifted, don't know. I may have to condition my plate. Okay. Grab some nice paper on the ready. Well, maybe we won't do the collage. Maybe this is just going to be a gel printing session. Onto our collage paper. Should we let that sit just for a few seconds? Okay, interesting. Okay, so we can still pull some more. Let's go for lavender. So what I'm doing is there's a shiny side. I'm putting the shiny side up. It's kind of shiny. And the more opaque side down. Maybe just leave this on for a few more seconds longer to see if we can get all of that pulled up. Ooh, that's pretty. I like it. So this did pull up. So we got some green and gold, and we got the lavender. Oh goodness, Roscoe. So we've got lilac, yellow, and green. Okay, that was cool. So this was the rice paper, guys. I know P had said, I'm not exactly sure what she said. Sometimes the rice paper doesn't pull very well. This is just calligraphy paper. Let me show you. I got it off of Amazon. And it just says, well, calligraphy practice writing paper, I think is what it's called. If you're interested, you know, message me in the comments below and I will give you the link to the Amazon if you're interested. So exciting. Let's get our let's put our paper down. I'm always paranoid of these drying out. Let's get the small plate. So these are the prints I could collage in the background with. I know I kind of was just having fun trying to wait for the plates to dry. I get impatient. So maybe we could collage with these in the background. Well, I'm gonna have to pause the video and see where my small plate is because it's buried somewhere. How funny, it was right in front of my nose. Anyway, here is, there's just a few little spots. So what you can do, what I've done, sometimes I just take a wet string tissue paper just to speed up the process to get some of the wet spots off so that I can hurry up and do this because I'm excited. And then pat. All right, so we've got purple. Let's do, no, don't know. Let's do the yellow. Let's see what happens. Maybe we do a little yellow with the gold to tone it down a bit. Ah, there we go. I know yellow and purple go good together, so I just wanted to get some more of a shimmer in it. I'm gonna go ahead and clear off just at the top here. I don't know if any of that purple's gonna show. Ooh, that's gonna be an interesting print nonetheless. All right, let's get our calligraphy rice paper. And I did shiny side up, more gritty side down. Okay, pretty. I like it. So now let's put some lavender down. do the other side of this paper. Give it a few seconds more. Oh, this is pretty. I always like this gold or metallic with the purple and the black. Subtle. Okay, let's do one more pull and let's do the green. Leave it on just maybe a few minutes longer, a few seconds or whatever. There we go. See that? Sorry if you're not in shot exactly. I'll just hold the gel plate while I brayer off my... Okay, so there's that. It's probably gonna stick to the paper. Let's see. I think what I'll do is once these are all done, I'll just collage this and put it on fast forward motion. And you can see me put these down because it might take, this video is probably already pretty long. So there's the green. Ooh, it's pretty though. It's very subtle. I think I want to do one more. I want to do a brownie gold. Because I'm almost out of this, I add a little bit of brown to make it go, and I think I might let this one sit a little bit longer. I'm really hoping that's not going to be a mistake because I'd really love to get all this up. And I know wet strength tissue paper will bring that up, but I really am just wanting to experiment with this calligraphy paper, rice paper, calligraphy paper. So let's add a little bit of brown. Okay. Let's do, I guess we could just do it with the middle. So this is going to be my brayer off plus my collage. So there's one way to make texture. Okay. All right, folks. I am going to let this sit for a few more minutes, and then I'll put you on speed up mode so you can watch me collage this. And I hope you guys are enjoying the process. Thank you for stopping by. Oh yeah, I meant to say to you guys, thank you so much for my new subs. I'm almost at 200 subscribers. That is, to me, a great milestone for me. I just like to grow my channel organically and not worry too much. But thank you all for my new subscribers, and I hope you keep coming back. So the next clip will just be in fast mode, watching me put this collage together. All right, guys, I'll see you at the end of the video. Okay guys, so this is it. As you can see, I've got my main focal point with the flowers and the butterflies coming up, and my vision was to have it coming up towards the echo, towards the brightness of the flower, which is, I think that prompt was called luster. So everything going up to the luster and the echo of the universe, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed this collage piece. At the end, I'll show you just regular pictures of them. I hope it encourages you to collage and maybe take your collage one step further and just keep building more layers, and don't be afraid. Alright guys, until next time, I will see you in my next video. Again, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you. And you guys, be blessed. And remember, Jesus loves you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.